This hat will summon the ducks. I was trying to think of something loud and obnoxious to put on the top of a hat. The idea I had was this. This is an Aztec death whistle. The Aztec death whistle, or Ejacachichli, is a type of whistle formerly used by the Mexica people. Though the original whistle likely made a wind-like sound, modern replicas usually produce a high-pitched shrieking sound and are most commonly used to scare off people or animals. I know this is true because that's what it says in the first paragraph on Wikipedia. Now, we don't know exactly what the Aztec people used the death whistle for, because they're all dead. It could have been used for either scaring off animals or rituals, and I know that because it says that in the third paragraph on Wikipedia. Let's go test this thing out. Okay, a couple problems with this. One, I just don't think it's loud enough. Two, it doesn't sound enough like somebody screaming. So I want something else that's really gonna sound unique and interesting. I just don't think the Aztec death whistle is doing it for me. In comes the duck call. Now, duck calls are traditionally used by hunters to attract ducks so that they can shoot them. And I know it kind of sounds like somebody farting, but ducks like farts, so that's all well and good. This is what I will be using, and I need to go come up with a way to attach this to the top of the hat. There we go. I have a hat with a duck call on top of it. But you might notice there's one pretty major flaw, and that is there's no way for the duck call to actually make noise. So I need something like a fan that's gonna force air across the reeds inside of the duck call and actually make it make noise. All right, here is a fan. There we go. I have the 3D printed fan. And I just need to see if it can actually make this duck call make noise. So let's give it a test. Yeah, that didn't work at all. There's a couple of problems. The first is that there isn't enough air actually going through the duck call, and I don't think there's a way that I can funnel the air through this duck call to have the reeds actually vibrate and make noise. Second problem, this fan is incredibly loud. So even if I have a way to have the duck call make noise, I might not even be able to hear it over the sound of the fan. This means I need to come up with another approach so that this duck call can actually make noise on top of my head. Okay, I think I figured this out. The fan was a bad idea because I was forgetting about the best fan I have, and that is my lungs. So all I need to do is find a way to connect this duck call that's gonna be on the top of my head to my mouth and therefore my lungs, and that will allow the duck call to make noise while it's part of a hat. This is what I came up with. There is now a 3D printed hat instead of a banana hat, and a long pipe that connects my mouth to the duck call. Let's give it a test and see how it works. This is gonna make all the ducks come to me. Let's go talk some specifics about what actually went into making this hat. The 3D printer I used is not this one. It is the Bambu Lab P1S that's sitting over there. This 3D printer sucks. The hat has two main pieces, the hat itself and then the duck call mechanism. Because they're in two separate pieces, I needed a way to attach everything. So I thought,
or what about a magnet?
What magnet? What about it?
So there are magnets on the bottom of the duck call as well as on the top of the hat, and it slots right in. There's strings so I can attach it to the bottom of my head. All of the pieces are just pressure fitted together, and that's why they can swivel. Nothing is glued. It fits all together, fits on my head, and then the pipe connects directly to my mouth. That being all said and done, I think it's time that we go find some ducks. I had initially planned to end this project there. I have the duck call hat, that's exactly what I was trying to do, but then I realized I haven't just made a duck call hat, I have made a hat that can be fully modular with different inserts that will allow me to have whatever I want on top of my head. So stay tuned for a future video where maybe I will make some of these other ideas. Cup holder, the Eiffel Tower, fully posable hand, Shrek, a game of chess. This project genuinely started as just trying to make a funny hat, and it was in the process that I realized I could do a lot more than just a duck call. I could make some of these other toppers and make it into a bigger, more interesting project. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other things you want to see me put on the top of this hat or anything else that you want to see me make. I love 3D printing and I'm really open to some new challenges and some new product ideas because I find that having a lot of people brainstorm together typically makes things even more interesting than doing it on your own. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.